Good morning everyone. I hope you're looking forward to your half hour of exercise with me. So this is our replacement of the exercise groups. Follow me in the exercises and there'll be some things that you do and some that I've got alternative things for you to do. So we'll start with our shoulder rolls. Now I've got no jokes today because if I have a joke it'll be the same one every time you watch this, so sorry. And the other way. And head forwards and back up. And side to side. Do a bit of this side to side. Now hands on the pelvis. Make sure your feet are underneath you. Obviously, bend your knees and pelvic tilting. Do swaying back and forth from the ankles, so keep your body still and just swaying back and forth. And now going up onto your toes. Now the side to sides. So remember you're taking your shoulders with you over the foot, so then it's easier to stand on one leg. Standing on one leg, aim for 20 seconds if you can manage that. And for those who wobble while you're doing this, you can hold with one finger on a chair, or if it's really hard, pop your toe down. And then making it a little bit harder for those who are happy to do this. And then all sorts of wobbling around. And swap legs. Okay, and back to this leg. This is for those who are more comfortable with their balancing. And closing your eyes. And now swapping legs and closing your eyes. Good. Just giving yourself a nice stretch there. Now lying down onto the mat. So hands on the pelvic bones, lifting the pelvic floor, pulling your tummy down, all at 30%, gently pushing down through your feet and rolling the pelvis back and forth. Just to get the back moving nicely. And resting and turning on again, and leg slide. So make sure your stabilisers are on, your pelvic floor and your tummy, and the bottom muscle on the resting side. And keep everything on, and then swap to the other side. And rest. Now turning everything on and doing the knee fall out to the side. Remember to keep the pelvis nice and still. We just want the one limb moving at a time, alternating knees. Okay, and rest. Legs down, stabilisers on again, arms up and over, making sure your back is not lifting. And split the arms. And have a rest. And now stabilisers on again, and one leg up, doing hip circles, keeping the pelvis nice and still and in contact with the ground. And reverse. And swap. And reverse. Okay, now lying onto your side to do bow and arrow, palms together. So remember, with this one you don't need to have your stabilisers working, we're just getting a nice rotation at the trunk. So slide that hand forwards, then slide it back along the arm, across your chest and open. And then we'll rest with the arms open and enjoy that stretch. And swap to the other side. And slide forwards, along your arm, across the chest and open. And then resting with your arms open. Okay, so now we're going to do some hip exercises. Keep your bottom leg bent, top leg out straight, and doing 10 of these. I've forgotten to count already. Okay, and then over to the other side. Another 10 or so on the other side. Now, if you are my younger group, then you can do 30 of those. If you're the older ones, you can do, the older and wiser, you can do 10 or 15, depending on how you're feeling. Now we'll do a little bit more balance. So we did some balance at the beginning. Now we're going to make it a little harder. So standing on the pillow, or a piece of foam, or nice shag pole carpet, something like that, and just balancing in this position. So remember that it's okay for your ankle to be wobbly, because that's how it's working. If you're finding that really hard, then fix your eyes on something that's horizontal. That will help with it. And make sure you've got your arms out, and that will help. And if it's really tricky, then pop a chair there, and you can just put 1 or 2 fingers on the chair, give you a bit of balance, and swap. And for those who want to make it even harder, you can close your eyes. Good, and now we'll do some kneeling. If you need the pillow, use that to kneel. If you're okay, then that's fine. Now I've got some sliders here that you've seen me use. It depends on what you're exercising on. If you're exercising on carpet, then maybe you can use something like ice cream container lids to slide on the carpet, or if you're doing this on hardwood floor, then you can use some dusting cloths so you can slide nice and easily. So it's going to be sliding this way and back. If your shoulders are too dodgy, then you won't be doing that one. But if you're up for it, give it a go. You can do some out to the side. And then we can do some leg exercises and trunk exercises. So keeping your trunk and pelvis and shoulder blades nice and stable, and coming out the back. So I'm looking at this area, staying still. I don't want it arching as you lift your leg up. Just try and keep it still. And then swap sides. And then we can do the opposite arm and leg. And then hold it for 5 or 10. Remember keeping that back in the same position. Using your tummy muscles and back muscles and bottom muscles and shoulders to keep everything still. Okay. Now on to heel raises. So we've done these ones before in the classes. Maybe you're a times 30 person, or a 40 or a 50. So I'm going to do 30 today, and you can count up to 50 if you'd like to. Off we go. And that's 30. So you're welcome to keep going. Don't feel like you have to stop at that. So now, of course, we're going on to my favourite, squats. Please do them as you would do them during the class. So there are some people who I encourage to do the full squats. So some do the half squats. And for those of you who don't do the squats for various reasons, I'll get you to do just knees up. So we'll be doing about 15 squats, so you can do your knees up while we do this. Okay, and off we go. That's 10, so 5 more. And that's 15. Now let's just do a little bit of hip movement. So this one, keep the pelvis still. And now coming out and in, just like you're about to get on a bike. Okay, now we'll do some lying down exercises. I've got the bar to do that on. At home, perhaps you can use a beach towel. Fold it up so it's nice and soft and high, makes it hard for you. And weights. So these are 1 kilo weights, but what you can use at home are your chickpeas or your tomato soup. So this is 400 grams, this is 500 grams. If you've got, you could also use kilo of flour or rice or something. So feet on the towel and head on the towel. Turn your stabilisers on and have your weights in your arms and opening and closing. So touch the ground as the arms go down. And now one arm out to the side. If the full range is too hard, then just try halfway. And if using a weight is too hard, you can just do it with the hands. Okay, now for the legs. One leg out to the side and back in. And just being aware that we use our arms to help with this. So if that's too easy for you, then you make it a bit harder by just half the arm working on the ground, or no arms on the ground, and you're relying more on your hips and your tummy. Okay, so now we can do the opposite arm and leg going out. And you'll find that this is easier than just doing one arm or one leg. So if it's nice and slow, you're able to make it a bit more smooth and controlled, which is what we're aiming for. Okay, now again using the slider or your dust cloth. If you're on the carpet, you'll be using the slider. If you're on the hardwood floor, you'll use the dust cloth and barefoot. And this is for those who've already done this before. So remember, it's sliding out to the side and back in. And I'm keeping my feet parallel because, as I've probably already told you, we often turn the leg out to the side. Try and keep that nice and straight. So with this leg, this is your working side. You're keeping your knee over the foot. Don't let it turn in like that. Keeping it nice and vertical over the foot. And we'll aim for 20 each leg. The other leg, not even sure if that's 20. Okay, and now going backwards. So same thing. We want the slider to go nice and straight back. Sometimes I find people are turning their leg a little bit to the side. Keep it as straight as you can, feet parallel. And the working leg, again the knee is going over the foot. So that's 10, you can keep going. And on the other foot. So for those who have tubing at home, let's do this one where you've got your pelvic floor on, tummy on, bottom on, and arms back behind you, keeping your trunk nice and steady. And as you may remember, you can do that standing on one leg. And then the other. And then you can do some standing on your side. So elbow by your side and rotating outwards. If you want to, you can keep your hand on the arm, make sure it's staying in the right spot. And then step a little bit closer and you can do the sideways arms. And swap to the other side, hand in the loop and turning out. And sideways. Now, obviously, if you don't have the tubing, you can grab your cans and do a bit of boxing. Then you can do some fabulous move like this. And then some arm straightening. You can really make up whatever you want to do, as long as you're keeping in mind that your shoulders are staying happy with it and that you're not annoying your shoulders. But of course, those of you who have shoulder problems will be careful with all of these. Okay, so that's just a short amount of exercises. I hope that this can keep you going and keep you happy and healthy, and then go for a walk outside if you're able to. Thanks.